Howdy folks, Tetsu here, down in the lower tiers where the power is low but the battles are fierce. And today I'll be continuing my self-proclaimed quest to archive all the battles during the first 7U tournament, which thereby I hope to bring light to the tier and possibly help it grow. So join me as we move on to the 6th match of round 2. Our combatants this time will be Shing'n Streets against Nultiprise. Shing'n Streets is a new face, but Nultiprise won their round 1 game going 2-0 versus SacredPie. Either way, both players' skills shall be witnessed here today by myself and you, the viewer. If you happen to enjoy the video, I humbly request you click that like button. Also subscribe and click the bell if you want to be notified for later uploads. Working together, we can bring more attention to this fascinating metagame. With all that said, let's begin. Alright, Match 6, Game 1. Play lead metagame Charmeleon versus Charmeleon. Okay. We might have seen this before. Might have. Not 100% sure. Curse my memory. Okay. But there are some interesting plays that we can see from here. Alright. So, first thing is just brute forcing it. Basically using Slash, Fire Blast, or Fire Spin as your available moves. Counter is something to keep in mind though, so using Slash is a bit risky. For certain. Definitely for certain. So, in this situation, maybe Fire Spinning would be a good tool to use. And if you happen to have something like maybe Rhyhorn, well, Rhyhorn probably wouldn't be the best thing because, I mean, you can just be Fire Spun as well. Granted, there is, maybe they have a Voltorb, possibly. Maybe either Shing'n Streets or Nultiprise has a Voltorb and they could use Thunder Wave in order to get something in. But let's take a look-see. Play, Fire Spin coming from Shing'n Streets, and a quick switch to Rhyhorn. Alright, so this will do far less damage, obviously. Oh, but a switch to Ivysaur, and it was a non-partial trap switch, which means Ivysaur got hit on the way in. EQ probably would have been a better damage, but Body Slam is a pretty spammable move, especially with the chance of paralysis. Do we see that? No, we do not. And a quick switch to Ivysaur by Nultiprise to get to no doubt be hit by... Oh, Body Slam. Very good by Shing'n Streets. Razor Leaf is pretty optimal move. Because, I mean, it's going to do a ton of damage. If not outright take out Rhyhorn. However, Ivysaur being hit with Body Slam and getting the paralysis on Nultiprises is a very good one. And a quick switch to Tentacool. Sleep Powder? No, a move to Charmeleon. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so either Nultiprise can go for a Fire Spin to try to switch into something else. They can... I hit the mic, I think. Sorry. Slash, possibly getting a miss from Hydro Pump. And even if you don't miss, you're still hitting Tentacool for a ton of damage for it to be cleaned up later. In this situation, though, I'm not entirely sure it's really worth it. Now, you could just do... a non-partial switch, possibly switching into your own Tentacool. I suppose that could be something that Nultiprise does. What do we... Oh, they go for the Slash. Do we see Hydro Pump? Surf! Surf is not a one-hit KO. It's not a one-hit KO without a crit. And Charmeleon is now set to just taking Tentacool out That is painful. Rhyhorn comes in, though, to tank the slash. Do we see a fire spin? Yes, we do. Now, are we going to see a switch by both players? A miss from... What? Okay. That was risky. Well, actually... No. I'm a moron. Okay, so Voltorb would have been able to take out Charmeleon. However, Shing'n Streets predicted the switch, or figured that Nultiprise was going to switch, and went into Tentacool going for Voltorb. That is beautiful by Shing'n Streets. Very well played. Rhyhorn is now in a bad position. Now the question is, will Nultiprise sack it? I mean, with Voltorb still active at full health, I don't think that would be the best move. Maybe they could switch to Ivysaur to tank a water attack, but then Tentacool just finishes it off with Blizzard. Maybe they switch in their own Tentacool. They do go for the sack. Okay, Meowth is coming in. / Tentacool is sacked. So do we see Charmeleon coming out or Ivysaur? Ivysaur is slightly damaged for Shing. So, but potential sleep. That is always a possibility. Voltorb actually, so Thunder Wave. Charmeleon. Oh! Shing'n Streets is making some really interesting switches. And Nultiprise is really on the back foot at this point. Charmeleon is going to have to get sacked because, I mean, whatever's coming in is going to be taking a lot of damage. Tentacool coming in is going to be using a Hydro Pump, maybe? There we go. Meowth is heavily damaged. Switch to Voltorb. / Voltorb is on half health, but it can take Meowth out. However, Shing has Rhyhorn. So, Nultiprise needs to decide whether or not, to risk going after Meowth and possibly getting the KO, or switching into something else to get Rhyhorn. Prediction of Rhyhorn. Let's see. Switch to Tentacool. Rhyhorn does get sent in. I mean, it's the same move Shing just pulled. So I find it a bit funny. I find that a bit funny. Okay. So now Shing is going to have to switch out. Okay, Ivysaur coming in. That's Blizzard range. Yeah, there we go. Down goes Ivysaur for Shing. Meowth can do some damage. Wow, I'm actually surprised Nulti switched there. Why would they switch there? It's 100%. Yes, Meowth's going to do a ton of damage. Well, Charmeleon is still a thing. And to be fair, Tentacool is the best answer that Nultiprise has. So that, I mean, okay, to be fair, yeah, that is reasonable. Ivysaur coming out for Nultiprise, and even Paralyzed, it's, so long as it hits, it should be able to do some damage. Slash coming in. Oh, right, because it was a switch and it gets Slash, and it just gets sacked. Okay. Voltorb coming in. Switch to Tentacool. Oh, but Shing sees this coming. He's like, haha, you cannot beat me. Again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But Shing was not fooled. Anyway, Tentacool does get sacked now. Which... 100% on Charmeleon, Rhyhorn. Can Nultiprise win this? Okay, they're going to have to go to Meowth. They can't risk having Voltorb be out, because Rhyhorn is just going to be the easy switch into that. So Nultiprise is going to have to use their Meowth. They're going to have to win the speed tie. Take out Meowth. But then where do they go from there? Voltorb would probably come in, explode maybe? Okay, Meowth does come in. They don't win the speed tie. Okay, Voltorb, Thunder Wave, Bubble Beam. Okay. Huh. I guess they were predicting some sort of switch, maybe? Well, Nultiprise goes down. Shing'n Streets gets the first game win, which is unfortunate. Nultiprise ended up winning their first round game, but now have gotten their first elimination and will be heading down to the LB. Let's move on to the second game, shall we? Okay then. Alright. Game 2. Let's begin. Play. Lead metagame. Charmeleon versus Tentacool. Okay. Hydro Pump. When it's okay, Charmeleon. Charmeleon can slash or use Fire Spin or just a pure switch. We shall see. Tentacool can also, and this seems to be a common trend of using Wrap, just figuring that most people are probably going to switch anyway, because one hit KO with H Pump. Let's do this. Ivysaur. Hydro Pump coming in, though. Pretty safe amount of damage, if it hits, of course. So, from here, this is Blizzard, isn't it? Well, if it was, it ended up missing. So Sleep Powder does come down. This does put Tentacool at a bit of a issue for later. And Ivysaur can just go for a Body Slam pretty safely. Instead they go for a Swords Dance. Interesting. Well, this is Fire Blast KO range. So Ivysaur is going to have to be switched out. There we go. Down it goes. Rhyhorn coming in. EQ? No substitute. Which, I'm not really sure how to feel about that. Okay, so hear me out on this. EQ does damage to Ivysaur. Now, to be fair, Shing could have had a Golbat, so that's something. Maybe lesser of maybe a Doduo, unlikely, but I mean we've seen Doduo used in the tournament so far once, I think. So it's not a guaranteed chance to hit an EQ. Then you just use Rock Slide. Rock Slide's not 100% accurate. It would do some damage. I don't know. Substitute has potential to be very useful, but majority of the time, Ivysaur is the one who comes in on it. So, I don't know. Pros and cons. Well, anyway, it's at least going to allow Rhyhorn to get some damage off. Sleep Powder does come in, though, and unfortunately, that dream has been sullied. But both players now have Mons asleep, so Sleep Powder will not be a factor anymore. And Charmeleon gets hit with Body Slam and instantly paralyzed. Quick switch to Rhyhorn. Voltorb! Nultiprise ended up playing right into that. Wait a second. So, right to Rhyhorn, Voltorb, Ivysaur explodes! Nultiprise made a very good call on that. Shing ended up being punished for their double switch. That is beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful. Okay. Tentacle coming in for a Blizzard. Ivysaur has to get sacked there. Alright. Meowth coming in. Quick switch to Rhyhorn. Slash. Do we see another switch? No. Substitute is used, though. This is bad for Nultiprise. Oh, Slash missed! Oh, man. That's bad. Shing'n Streets had a great opportunity, but that miss was Slash. Now, to be fair, Nultiprise isn't in the best situation. It doesn't seem like it really amounts to much. Counter. Oh, crap. Anyway, Earthquake takes Charmeleon down. And in comes Tentacle. And it's just gone. Earthquake, yeah. Okay, well, that was actually a quick set of games. Shing'n Streets comes out on top, and they'll be continuing on in the winner's bracket to round 3, while Nultiprise will be heading down to the LB. Oh dear. Well, we'll be able to catch up with them later. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, it was a quicker set of games this time around, which, I mean, you're going to have those in these types of tournaments. If you happen to be interested in actually talking to the people who play these games and want to learn more about the tier, I'll have the links in the description for all of this. The tournament forums, RBY Discord, everything. Also, Big Yellow's video if you want to check that out. Because, I mean, that's how I got into the tier to begin with. So, without further ado, folks, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you all later. Take care. Bye!